Okay, so what we're going to attempt to do in this video is we are going to attempt to write these as the sum of two fractions. So we're going to take this this rational expression right here. Let's take a look at that denominator and ask ourselves, can it factor? That seems to be a common trait here when we work on these types of problems, is factoring that. So factors of -8 that would add to -2. This factors into x minus 4 and x plus 2. Now, the whole purpose of partial fraction decomposition, we've added fractions, subtracted them, composed them using g of f and f of g. But what we're going to look at now is, can I take a rational expression like that one and write it as two simpler fractions? Look at those denominators. Can I break those up into two separate factors? Can I find these values of a and b such that I can pull this complex rational expression apart into two simpler looking ones? So we're attempting to find, can we write this plus this equals this right here, that original one that we started with. And now what we're going to do is, for us to be able to solve this type of problem, we're going to say, let's get rid of these denominators. So to be able to get rid of the denominator, I am going to multiply everything through by the LCD of x minus 4 and x plus 2. I'm going to multiply that into the numerator of all of these terms. So I'm going to do that right here. Okay, so we can see here what is going to cancel out is our x minus 4s are going to cancel out, and we're going to end up with a parentheses x plus 2. And then here, our plus 2s are going to cancel, and we're going to get plus b parentheses x minus 4. And then that's going to be equal to, these are going to cancel, and these are going to cancel, and we're going to just get a 3x over here. Now, there's lots of different ways to solve these, but what I'm going to show you today is a process in which what we're going to do is, I think if we can zero out this term, if we can figure out the x value that will make this 0, that's going to knock the a out and allow us to solve for b. What is the number that will make this factor right here 0? Well, it's x is equal to -2. So we're going to plug that value in. So it's going to be a parentheses, and then we're going to put -2 here, so -2 plus 2, plus b parentheses, -2, and then we have minus 4 here, and then 3 parentheses, we've got to plug a -2 in everywhere. All right, let's simplify this. So -2 times 2 is going to be a times 0, right? And then this is going to be b, oops, b, and then -2 minus 4 is -6, equals 3 times -2 is -6. The a times 0, that goes away. I get -6b is equal to -6. Divide both sides by -6, and those cancel out. -6 divided by 6, b is 1. Now let's take this thing right here that we have, and let's see, can we zero out the b term? So what value of x would give us a 0 here for b? That would be x equals 4. So now we're going to take the exact same thing that we had over here. So it's going to be a, and this time we're just going to be plugging into 4, or plugging in 4 for x. So 4 plus 2 plus b parentheses 4 minus 4 equals 3 times 4. 4 plus 2 is 6, so we get 6a here. This 4 minus 4 is 0, and then that's going to cancel out. And 3 times 4 is 12. Divide both sides by 6. We get a is equal to 12 divided by 6 is 2. And there we have our values of a and b. So to answer the question that we were looking for, if we do a is the value on top of the first fraction, so if you do 2 over x minus 4 plus 1, that was our value of b, over x plus 2, that will equal 3x over our original x squared minus 2x minus 8. So again, if you were to go through all of the process of finding an LCD and adding these together, you will end up getting what you got that we started with.